Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Gianni DeCenzo about Cobra Kai on Netflix. Welcome back to the show, man. It's so good to see you again.
Thank you, man. It's awesome to be back. Yeah, it's been a second.
It's been a second.
It feels good to be here.
And
yeah.
It's like, I guess welcome back to the We Can't Say Much About Season 6 episode.
Yeah, Season 6. I will say it's been going well so far. I can say that much.
I mean, it's
nothing else.
You've dealt with this 5 times before. Is it like still a weird feeling when you get that kind of announcement? Like it's obviously a very happy announcement because you're going back to work, but does it still feel kind of like strange in terms of so many different emotions?
You know, I think the last time we filmed season 5, I think it was like 2 years ago. It's always obviously, super exciting, but I gotta like get back into the groove of things. I gotta, accept the fact that I'm probably gonna get punched in the face a few more times. This season is really bittersweet though, because, it's the last
final season.
Who knows what'll happen beyond that. There's been talks of spinoffs. I don't know anything. If I did know anything, I probably wouldn't be able to say anything. So I guess you can't really trust anything I say.
Again, we are the Popternative. We can't say much episode with Gianni.
Yeah. Yeah, this entire interview is just gonna be like us winking at each other, not saying anything, but we know.
I do feel like it's pretty cool because this is technically your 4th time on the show. 5th time if we count the draft as its own thing. Because
that count, right? Yeah, it counts.
So like 5 times, but like because we did an Instagram live during the pandemic, right before I think season 3 or season 4, where we were just kind of like. It was kind of like this a little bit. Like we couldn't really say much.
No, that's how our thing is always good. It's our thing. We just don't say things.
That was worse because it was live, so everyone were asking you.
I learned to Netflix has drilled it into my brain what I can and can't say. I'm like a machine with that. You give me questions,
right. We'll
I'll say nothing.
So we'll get into it then. All right.
Oh God. Okay.
Well, no, like what can you say? I mean, everyone has been saying that season 6 is going to be the biggest season. It's going to be the best season. It's going to be the season because it's the last season. Can you, without getting anyone in trouble, say a little bit more than that?
Without losing my job, let's see. I can say, we've seen in the past every season somehow the writers and the creators of the show manage to like outdo themselves. Yeah. You always see it and you're like, okay, well, that's got to be it, right? That's like the biggest thing that happened. But nope, it's going to be crazy. We've had people almost die. We've had people lose fingers. People were paralyzed, but then walked again. My character, handsome as ever. I can't say a whole lot. All I can say is they have a history of outdoing themselves, and I think that season 6 is no exception. I think that we're gonna get one hell of a ride out of this, and it's really exciting. I got to know some things that happen. They're still obviously writing along the way, so things change, but I kind of have a general idea, and I think that people are really gonna like it. It's gonna be intense.
So we just gotta. It's crazy, man. Like it's just, but it's one of those things too where the impact of when a season of Cobra Kai gets released to the world, it's like a 3-4 month thing, right? Where like people go back and rewatch it. Do you notice that? And then you do the convention.
Oh yeah.
It's like you're in it for like 5 months of like nonstop insanity after it launches.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, no, my experience is even crazier because we take about 3 months to film it.
Yep.
And then everything after that is like promotionals and stuff. So for like half a year, my life is just like, okay, Cobra Kai, and talking to people, meeting with people. I get a lot more activity on my Instagram too of people like, oh, I just rewatched the whole thing in preparation. And it's really cool. I love how much people like binge the show to get set for the next thing. That's something I do with every show. I actually was gonna start watching Barry again because I think they just did their last season, and I gotta get caught up. So I'm just gonna do it from the beginning. So I definitely understand that urge, but it's really cool.
It's interesting too that every time Cobra Kai gets released, it's like a full event for everyone. It's like they have like their special like pre Cobra Kai Eve like dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they wake up the next morning, right? Like it's crazy, right?
Oh, what I want to see is someone should pull up somewhere like the attendance rate of like karate schools across the country when the new season of Cobra Kai comes out.
The impact, man. Like, well, I mean, it's in the story. Like, it's in the show. Like, Dimitri learns karate because it's like, he gets.
Hopefully, they're having a better experience with karate than Dimitri had. I
do have to ask because we didn't get a chance. I think we talked after season 4. We didn't have a chance to talk after season 5. So I have some season 5 questions to ask you because there's some cool things.
Okay.
And it will get people back. I mean, you had a really cool scene with Johnny where you're trying to fix his technology, and I feel like that was a really cool scene. What are those scenes like when you get to work specifically with with Billy and with Ralph, like specifically those scenes, because you have those here and there, right?
I love those scenes, but sometimes they're a little rare when it's just one-on-one. The one scene that comes to mind with my one-on-one with Ralph is I think it was season 2 or season 3 where I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be like this person or that person. Sam's so great and Robbie is so great, and that was a really great one-on-one. And then my nerd patrol scene with Billy, that was a lot of fun. I love working with them just one-on-one like that. I really don't get too often. It's just a lot of fun. They're really great actors. They've been playing these roles for years, so they know what they're doing, and I like bouncing ideas off of them. Although there was one moment where I did accidentally kind of kick Ralph Macchio in the head, which was a little scary because he's my boss and you don't want to kick your boss in the head. It was like a weird timing thing. We were doing like this sparring sort of beat and my leg goes above his head, but I either went too late or he came up too early because I did like a midair split with him like pushing my leg up and it like hurt his neck. It was a whole thing. We're all good though. That's what we do.
Dimitri's in trouble.
No, it's fine. No, the last time I accidentally kicked a teacher, I got tied to a bag and punched and kicked relentlessly.
Who do you think won that draft? Because you were Dimitri's dudes. That was the name of your squad. And
well, I'm trying to remember. Did I have myself? Did I draft me?
No, I did. You were like,
oh, that's right,
excited. But you drafted Terry Silver first overall because you wanted all the money for your dojo.
Yeah. I mean, obviously. I mean, he's a karate master and also
some good ones.
He's like a billionaire.
I took a Noosh as my last pick, and you were like, "What? Like you need Teslas or something?"
No, you know what? I mean, he's a salesman. He can convince people of things. He'll get you.
That was fun, man. Like I actually before doing this, coming for this one, I actually rewatched that. It was good. It was a fun time. Like it's all you the draft. It's evergreen content, right? Because it's the same characters that show up in the universe, right? Yeah. So people can watch it all the time, which is awesome. Yeah. I feel like you've been through this 5 times with the Netflix effect, with the fact that it gets released in so many different countries. What do you think is the coolest thing about that whole thing? Is it the reach in general? Is it the quickness of it that people binge it before? Sometimes at different time zones, you wake up in the morning, you have breakfast, and people are like, "Hey, I want the next season." What's the craziest thing about the Netflix effect, in your opinion?
Honestly, going into this, I had no idea the kind of outreach that it would have. That would be worldwide. I get people commenting from Argentina. Just saying how much they love the show, and it's awesome. I mean, we started on YouTube, and we had a pretty good following there. Yeah. I think at the time it was 50,000 for the first season.
I watched because the first 2 seasons were on YouTube.
Yeah,
I was most of the people that there's a lot of people that were OG Cobra Kai fans.
Yeah. It's really cool seeing people like, oh man, I followed you from YouTube and over there, because it was kind of difficult to watch Cobra Kai. You had to get like an entire subscription. There were only a few YouTube originals at the time, so it was a commitment. But yeah, I never would have thought that, you know, here we are 6 years later, people from all over love the show. I mean, I went to Belgium to do a convention. Ghent, Belgium. It was really beautiful. They had fries there. It was the first time I tried them with mayonnaise, which I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. For anybody that
are the convention experiences like similar, or are they all different depending on like the schedules and stuff? Because sometimes you're with a bigger amount of cast, sometimes it's just you, maybe a couple. Is there like sometimes downtime, or I guess every convention's different, right?
They can be, there was this one time we did Rhode Island. I think it was for season 4. We literally filmed on Friday, and then we immediately left, landed, didn't even get to our airports or get to our hotels, and we went like straight to the convention. And that was packed because that was everyone. We were in a specific area. It was like an ice hockey rink. I never even saw the rest of the convention hall. I usually like to go shopping for little knickknacks or whatever. But I did not get a chance that time. But it was awesome because we got to meet a lot of really cool people. And then we immediately left on Sunday and filmed Monday at like 5 a.m. So that was an experience.
I do feel like Dimitri is a lot more complex than people think he is. I feel like at times he is truly hard to read. Like I honestly think that. I don't think he's just like the geek who has a big mouth. Like I don't feel like that. Do you know what I mean by that a little bit?
I think, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I think that the writers really did a good job making a geek character without being cliche, you know, because if you want to like just play it so easy, then just put some glasses on and be like, oh my God, I love this episode of Star Wars.
He knows what he's doing and he has swag.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, no, and I mean, Dimitri's smart. I mean, when he learned from Daniel about his ability to anticipate, because, you know, he's very neurotic, he learned that he can actually use that in situations. And he's he's a smart guy. He can plan things very well. He hacked into Silver's, whatever you call it, mainframe. Yeah. That can't be easy to do.
What was the Protect the Egg scenes like? Because I feel like those scenes were just the most chaotic scenes, and Chosen is just running around trying to get everyone, and you're probably like laughing and scared at the same time. And like, what was that scene like?
It was not easy. When you have that many people and that many moving pieces. Yeah, and there's like a bow staff involved, there's weapons, and we're on like this platform, and we have these eggs. I mean, they're not like stuck or glued down. No, they were like just there, like just actual eggs that could fly around, and they were hard too. So if they hit you, that would kind of hurt. It was difficult, but we have like a really awesome stunt team. They get us ready. We will rehearse it a couple of times, then we'll do some camera rehearsals where we then have to get the camera involved, which is also difficult because you think it's just like you get these people and they do a fight scene and that's great. Okay, good. But it also has to look good on camera, which would be obvious. And it can't be like a jumbled mess. No. Because if you have that many limbs and body parts moving around, it can be crazy. And then we did have the final fight scene in 5 kind of mirrored the Protect the Egg scene. That one was even crazier.
But it involved an iPad. The egg was an iPad.
Yeah, it was an iPad, which is, I don't know if that's more fragile. It's made of glass, kind of. But that one was even harder because it was like twice the amount of people. We had Cobra Kai Dojo and Miyagi-Do, which was, very difficult. But it was fun. I like that.
Is it also like, does it really sometimes, because I know a lot of the cast, when they have a chance, they keep in touch, but you all have busy schedules. You all have so much going on. Is it feel like a camp reunion sometimes, like when you go on set with everyone again?
Honestly, we try to like stay in touch. It can be a little difficult because we're kind of far from each other now. But we'll stay in touch. But yeah, it's like a summer camp, honestly. a karate summer camp where we beat each other up, and then they put it on camera.
But you have been working on some other projects as well, which is pretty cool. Does it kind of feel like a little change of pace depending on what it is sometimes, going from Dimitri, where Cobra Kai is so like fast paced, so like big and everything, and then maybe you're working a drama or like a comedy? Like, what's that like kind of on different projects?
See, okay, I love Cobra Kai doing the fast paced stuff because this is like the only project that I've done that has so much, physical stuff. I love training with everyone. But I do also like, I did one movie right before we were gonna go out to film, and I play a bully this time, which is very different from Dimitri, but it's pretty different. But it's like a horror movie, and I'm like the bully in it. I can't say a whole lot because it's not out yet. I don't know where it'll come out.
It's gonna come out when it comes out, which is what the answer should always be all the time for people that work in the industry. When's it
it'll
coming
be
out?
there when it's there.
Be there when it's there.
Yeah, be there when it's there.
But that was cool,
I play
right?
a bully.
It was unique and different. Yeah.
Yeah, it was way more serious too. Because my character, he gets to have a lot of the lighthearted, comedic moments. But in that was pretty serious. I beat people up in that. It's cool.
Before we wrap up, when we get season 6, it's going to be worth the wait, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, 1,000%.
Right? There's not much more to say.
I don't think there's much more I can say, other than these creators, they're so good at what they do. I think that they're just gonna do it again. Mm-hmm. They're gonna make an amazing season, and I don't think there's gonna be any unsatisfied, unfinished business left. I think that everything's gonna be wrapped up quite nicely.
Is there a character you're hoping Dimitri has more kind of interactions with in season 6 that maybe he hasn't before?
Oh, honestly, my character hasn't really talked to Kenny
or Tori. Think about it.
Or Tori. Well, there was like one time where I threatened Tori.
No, but I was like, no. Yeah, like you don't really have that many like interactions with the Cobra Kais.
Yeah, no, I don't even know what's going on that side of things.
Convince you to like be the new because there's some people there's a lot of people on the outs. They need people.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I remember I had completely forgotten there was a time where my character was like dead set on being a part of Cobra Kai, which is so crazy to see now where he's gone. He's completely changed.
Well, those
he
are
used to wear the shirt.
The YouTube days, right? Like I feel
in the YouTube days. The good old YouTube days.
The YouTube days were like Cobra Kai were like the good guys for like one season where Miguel wins the All Valley.
That's right.
If you think
it's
about
so
it,
weird.
Like the good guys. Like you watch season 1 of Cobra Kai, like Miyagi-Do or like LaRusso, like they're the bad guys until the last sequence. If you think about it,
damn, it is really strange being on a show that's called the thing we're trying to destroy. Like as of right now, who knows what'll happen with Cobra Kai? But it's just very interesting, and I like the way that they're writing this.
Gianni, it's always great to catch up with you, man. Thank you so much for coming back on the show, dude. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's been awesome. Yeah, we'll have to do another draft. We'll see who knows what other characters will show up in the.
That's my favorite thing. Okay, I have to tell you, my favorite thing about watching a new season of Cobra Kai is like who comes back, who's new, who's like that. That's my favorite thing. Because
our teams might be completely different in the draft.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. No, there was good. You stole Kyler like pretty early on, and I was upset about that, Josa. But no, you got to go back.
You stole me. That count. It's fair.
You
took me.
The first time Dimitri's ever gotten picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not by him.
Gianni DeCenzo on Instagram, right?
Yes, yeah, just first and last name.
You hit 1 million followers. Congratulations! Like a while ago, but I haven't talked to you about that. But congrats, man.
Ooh, yeah, no, thank you. I did not think that 1 million people wanted to follow me. So thank you. 1 million
people follow
whoever's out there.
And it's wild. Well, it's just been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Lots of other Cobra Kai interviews on our channel as we wait for the highly anticipated season 6 final season whenever it comes out. Until next time, this is Gianni DeCenzo and Petey Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.